starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Let's go.
Go tonight, 180.
Watch the screen.
Ric Flair.
Watch the screen. Check three. Check
They begin here with a run by West. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Check 13. Check Chester. Hey, Foxtrot.
Go ahead, baby. Go.
To throw is gone. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. On first down, West. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
I can't believe they didn't let you play. Slam. Out.
Now a give right side. It's West. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Maverick. Super.
Under 10.
Hey, high 7.
Now a first down throw. Gone. And a catch made by Hopkins. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. DeAndre Hopkins. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Switch it, come on, switch
Go, go.
Switch gears.
Ready?
Hey, turn it up, turn it up.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll set them back 5.
All day, baby, let's go. Let's go.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Hey, wahoo.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Watch twist.
Here's Darnold. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off at the 24. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it with West. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
14. 14. Hey, Delta.
Check safety, check safety. Check your hot read. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. What?
Super 66.
Here's Gall. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Check 24.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
It's coming
On just about every team, okay, forget it. On every team, the goal is to be in third and what they call manageable, to give yourself a chance to pick up a first down. How about that call on second down? The big man puts them in position to make it third and manageable. I wonder if he'll get a second chance at it to try and pick up the first down.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
Hey, lady. Keep going,
Here's Darnold. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Hey, we got lady.
Bravo.
Here we go, G, get up.
They're going to go. It's Darnold going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check three.
You
Bang, bang.
Here's West. Oh, and now West lost the football. It's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows a coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Danny. 0-0, Mike 3. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Man, 80. Undercross.
And now a carry here for their fullback. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Seahawks, nothing.
Mike 3. I'm going to run you over. Mike 3. Combo. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
80. 0-0, Mike 3.
Back to throw, Darnold. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
3. Mike 3. I'm coming after you. Check.
They'll try and run with their fullback. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Hey, Echo. Check. No, lady. SOS.
Now Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Side.
3.
Combo. Yo, lady.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
0-0, Mike, free. Hey, lady. You ain't got nothing.
Check 99. Check 99.
Hey, lady.
Mike 3. Mike 3. Now watch one.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have.
Mike 3. You. Mike 3. Mike 3.
Hey, Zoo.
You got nothing.
And they are going for it. Darnold. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there was a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. Here's Goff, eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver, complete. 39 yards there, a big one. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. Oh, and now West lost the football. It's out. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. Thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
You don't want it. Mike 8.
Lady.
Get that ball, D.
Elliott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season.
Let's go, G. My game. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. They'll be caught by Rice. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a third time here on fourth down.
Mike 3. Watch this.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike 3. Combo. Here we go.
They're going to try and throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is West. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On second down, it's West. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll run on first down. West. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. On second down now, it's West. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. Now West. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a couple on what should be the final carry of half number 1. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Off of play action, Darnold. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
yeah.
we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
They'll run again here with West. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, West, and he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
White 20, DC.
On 1st down, it's West. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
They'll run on first down. West. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
You got three down.
They'll try the air now with Goff. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Goff. And he's going to go down again.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Hold on. Check. Hey, seam 6.
He's coming, double up.
Hard ball.
Low shot.
3rd and long. It's gone. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end.
Hold on. Check. Protein spill.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Darnold. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line.
And whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. They'll try to pound it in with West. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. The extra point up and good. And that will extend this big lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That Just a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll run with Elliott. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
3 buzz, 3 buzz.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A play fake, and it's Darnold. He's going to float this one deep right, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. From the pistol, here's Elliott. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down, 3 down. Mike 3! Mike 3! It's coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Mike 8! Rabbit, rabbit.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Mike 8. Drop deep, drop deep. Mike 8! Mike 8! Mike 8, Mike 8! I got him! Shoot! Red 80!
And here we go on 4th. Darnold into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. On the ground, it's West again. And some room to roam now. There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 67 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
Yeah, they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 75 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation.
Check hot route. Hot, hot. Big man, Eddie. Slam, slam. Chance, chance, chance. Whip, whip. Man, Eddie. Watch the whip.
Here's Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Well, they went with a fullback dive that time.
And, Brandon, when I was a kid, the fullback carried the ball equally as much as the running back, then known as the halfback. Nowadays, the fullback's job is to block. Put him out in front, let him clear a path.
They still have a couple more chances here from the one.
Wide, get wide. Oh, Eddie. Check 37. Shift. Oh, man, Eddie. Flare.
This is Elliott, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Switch. Go. Hatchet. Check three. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Orange.
Throwing on third. Goff. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Wahoo! 14. Bring it. Kill. Slam. Out.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Squeeze, double. Hey, switch gears. Motion.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Come on, let's go.
Oh, lady.
Mike 8. Bound to lose one. Mike 8. All day, every day, any day.
Darnold from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
He's moving.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, we got 3 down. Watch number 5. Mike 3.
Oh, lady.
3. Here we go. Mike 3.
Hey, Delta.
Combo. Watch the curl.
Yo, lady.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Watch, quick.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Browns drive about to get started. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock. So 3 kneel downs should be enough to finish this one off.
Back.
The drive begins with a handoff to West. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's West, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On first down, West. Room to run again. Past the 20. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling, but inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, able to avoid him. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Back to the air, Darnold on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. They'll roll him out right. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And
their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Browns, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.